For those in the chat, thank you for attending. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But how's your new year from Gazelle? So far so good. Day one. Day one in, and hopefully it gets well, I'm not gonna say it gets better. It's been all right, you know. So if it goes like this, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. But again, wouldn't mind if it goes better, you know. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Me and the missus, we're chugging. We're gonna be chugging on through, right? All right, guys. Here's all right. I've been thinking about this idea real quick before we go into the jujutsu and the record of Ragnarok discussion. I want to run this idea through you guys. What do you guys think of me going over other people's reviews or synopses of chapters recalling Jujutsu Kaisen or Record of Ragnarok? I'd be curious to hear what your guys' thoughts on that would be. Just to go over through it, you know, just kind of like just going over it, see if like you know how not being I don't want to say genuous or disingenuous or genuine, but more like really compare how they viewed it. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a I don't want to use the word, but kind of like analyzing what people think of this of the latest chat or latest or last chapters of a certain story. Like I want to go over what people's like some people's videos discussing the last chapter of My Hero, Jujutsu, or maybe even a Record of Ragnarok, stuff like that. You know, let me know what you guys think about that. I'd be curious to hear what y'all have to say. I've been thinking about doing that. I think it'd be pretty fun. You know, hey Mason, I'm curious. Cool. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. You know, I'd be curious to again. I've been staying away from a lot of stuff like that, you know, of other people's reviews because I was thinking about doing this for a little while now, and I kind of want to start doing live streams probably like you know a little bit more often than usual, you know, because it's fun, you know, it's fun to hang out like blah, 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 that would be cool. I'm happy to hear that. I know how busy you can be sometimes, and I appreciate you coming by. You know, I appreciate that. You know what? Can I make you a mod or a wrench? I should say, right? Wrench. Aw, come on. Why isn't it showing? Hmm. There we go. There we go. Sweet. I gave you a wrench because blah, 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 use it wisely. So yeah, again, I just wanted to run that idea past you guys. Let me know what you guys think of it. But as of right now, shall we start discussing? I'll leave it to you guys. Record Ragnarok or Jujutsu Kaisen? What would you like to talk about? Record Ragnarok. We could either go with the main story, the spin-off, or just talk about that crazy Jujutsu Kaisen chapter. All right. All right. Let me know what you guys want. All right, and we'll start discussing it. All right. While that's going on, let me look up something real quick. Um, oh, Mason, Record of Ragnarok. All right, let's do Record of Ragnarok. Let's do it. Okay. So, all right. I guess we'll go with the Let's start with the main line. All right. Let's start with the main line story. All right. Okay. So the outer gods, not the outer gods. Sorry. The primordial gods. I'm already thinking of Prometheus versus Sun Wukong. The primordial gods with Odin. Okay, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it at all. And okay, so people know Odin, right? Odin was the big bad back in the day, right? The creator god, right? I remember someone in my comment section. This is I didn't it didn't come to me. This was someone in my comment section. So forgive me if I don't remember who did this, but Izanagi was there, right? He was there way back in the day, helping the other primordial gods fight off the top four strongest plus their seven allies. So Izanagi would know of Odin, right? Like he would know of Odin from back then, and also a new Odin arriving. Like honestly, that would be suspicious, but I could honestly see another god coming by taking the name Odin. You know, just because you know that's kind of you know I assume gods would take other gods' names, at some point, But the fact that they have the same hairstyle, that should raise suspicions. Am I right? Honestly, it should. It really should. I think Odin's the main antagonist. Izanagi is the go. Yes, I agree. I think Odin is definitely going to be the main antagonist, and Izanagi, he is freaking. He's great. Especially we saw him healing Soji. That was freaking cool. And then now we saw him back in the day fighting against Odin. That was crazy. Like I didn't expect that at all. I really, really didn't expect it. And I hope we get more on Izanagi. I just hate to say this, but I can honestly see Izanagi dying. I can see him dying in this fight when Odin gets resurrected, the real form of Odin gets resurrected. I could see him coming back and fighting Izanagi and probably killing off Izanagi, and then we might get Soji coming in, wanting to help, avenge Izanagi and stuff like that. I can honestly see that happening. That'd be crazy, But yeah, I just got a quick question for y'all guys. All right. Okay, so we know Odin and we know Satan. What about the other two? Do you guys have any idea who the other two could be? Or if you've even seen them at this point? I was thinking about that, and I was thinking that what if Hajun or Papayas in the anime version, like what if he could be one? But then then I started really thinking about. I was thinking like probably not, because that seems like more of a Beelzebub experiment where Papayas was this massive creature that was just destroying all of Helheim, which is an interesting idea. But I don't think Papayas is really connected with any of them, as far as I'm aware. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I thought it'd be interesting. I'd more lean towards not really, that Papayas really isn't in connected to them, to the four primordial weapons, but we'll see, right? All right, sorry, give me a few moments here. Kind of just messing around here for a sec. All right, last. What do you rate the last one? The lowlights or highlights? Of with Ragnarok, the highlight was freaking. If that's what you're talking about, Gazelle Balboa. The highlight for me in that chapter would be learning Odin's plan. Like that's crazy. Like that's insane. And the low light for me is I guess we don't know yet. We don't know if Izanagi suspects anything from Odin. We don't know that yet. If he doesn't, then that's definitely gonna be my low light of why didn't Izanagi research this dude named Odin that has that. Okay, granted, they probably look. You could think, yeah, they have the same name, but they have the same hairstyle. Like, come on. And Odin was like the big bad back in the day, right? All right. For Mason, I wonder if Beelzebub is connected to them, Satan. Yes, I 100% believe. I bet you anything we're gonna get a flashback that Beelzebub back in the past probably found the skull of Satan, or the weapon of Satan, and it got possessed by it, like we saw with Odin. But Beelzebub, for whatever reasons, probably gonna have like some kind of control over it. That's why he's able to be himself. But when he ever gets someone he's really close with or loves, he ends up killing him through Satan. That's probably gonna be the caveat of why Beelzebub's able to control them. I have no idea how that's if we're gonna get that, but that's my theory on how Satan got control of Beelzebub. Which I'm looking forward to for that backstory, because Beelzebub does has Satan in him, right? He has him in him, and when we see him in the backstory, when we see Satan inside him, it's like the creature with the big old goat skull. So I'm assuming, yeah, Beelzebub has him in there. And to what capacity, what form? I'm assuming it's similar to Odin, God Odin, not primordial Odin, but it's it's not to as strong effect as it was to godless Odin, I should say, So yeah, I'm curious of that. All right, Mason. Um, I also think that Odin plans on using Siegfried as a vessel, that could be it. Like, what is he using Siegfried for, right? Siegfried, because I was thinking, is he gonna be used as a sacrifice? But then I'm not too sure because, like, why would Siegfried be a significant sacrifice? You know, maybe a vessel that could be it. But it does like I could see them using Siegfried as a vessel, but if they really want to break the whole like the holes that the gods are in, the primordial gods are in, break it, then have the other gods come out. Does that mean each one's gonna need a vessel? That could be it, actually, Mason. That could be it. What if Odin needs a vessel and that's what he wants to use Siegfried for? What if Beelzebub is going to be the vessel? That's why he's not in complete control. You know, that's why he's kind of like in and out of Satan. You know, during certain times. You know, that could be interesting. Actually, I didn't think of that, Mason. But again, it's like I don't know, man. Because I think we all know, right? We all know the the seal's gonna be broken. The four primordial gods are gonna come out, and then all their seven allies are gonna come out too. Oh, hold on. Mason again. It would explain why Odin wants him alive. That could be true. So, hmm, that could be true. Like it's weird. It's really weird with that. But okay. So does that mean? So would that mean that the gods that got trapped in the by Izanagi and the other primordials, does that mean that their bodies inside would probably be weakened, and when they escape, they'll be transferred into sacrificial vessels so they could be possessed? That could be it, honestly. Which is crazy. It's funny. I could definitely see all this as Beelzebub in that. But with Odin, it's like, I'm not too sure, but I could see it because why would they need Siegfried, right? Why would they need Siegfried? I'm not too sure, man. But it could be. I think it's just gonna be used as a sacrifice, but I don't know. I legit don't know. We might get answers. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get answers for why in the next chapter. So the whole theory of people thinking that a Siegfried's gonna probably fight for the gods, that's probably not gonna be true. But it might be still. I doubt it though, to be honest. Siegfried. What if? Oh, what if Siegfried is possessed by one of the other items and he was gonna try to kill himself until Odin stopped him? Maybe that could be it. I don't know. I'm shooting darts in the dark here, man. I don't know. Maybe Siegfried could have one of the primordial weapons in him, and he was going to end it all. That's why he's all chained up, like straight up chained up, where he can't even move. That could be it. I don't know, man. Ragnarok is crazy though, and I love it. I love the mysteriousness of it for sure. But yeah, with Odin, it's crazy. I'm trying to figure out with Odin. But that's you're giving me a lot to think about, Mason. I'm interesting for sure. A vessel. I didn't even think of that, but that could be. He could be pulling an Orochimaru from Naruto, right? Just jump bodies when the seal is broken. All right. So yeah. Okay. So we talked about a bit about Ragnarok. All right. How do you guys feel about the apocalypse? Should we talk a little bit about apocalypse now? Hmm? All right. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. All right. All right. But hold on, Mason. Okay. Let's see here. You missed that, guys. I'm sorry. Still new to live streaming. My apologies. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Give me a sec. Sky Dragon. Hey there. What if Adam beat Zeus? If Adam beat Zeus. Okay, if Adam beat Zeus, I think that would have been like, for okay. The humans definitely would have got their first victory, but here's the thing: we might have gone opposite reaction between or an opposite victory with that. The reason being, with when Sakazi fought Poseidon, Sakazi was obviously viewed as he was going to lose, right? Just like the other two were going to lose before him. But the fact that everyone was cheering him on and him being the underdog eventually got him to push through Poseidon, just eventually just kill Poseidon. So with that, I'm thinking, okay, but okay, so let's say Adam killed Zeus, Adam beat Zeus, and then Poseidon would have came in. I don't think Poseidon would have been, overly like I'm just gonna get revenge on my brother. I think Poseidon would have been more like I guess more inclined to go up and just fight Zeus and just not Zeus, sorry, uh Kojiro, and just kill him right there and then. I don't think Kojiro would have been given as much chances for him to evolve enough to be able to beat Poseidon. I think Poseidon would have more or less just been a bit more serious, and that's all it would have taken for him to just clear Kojiro. Because again, Kojiro was struggling throughout that entire fight up until the very end, and that's because Poseidon in that entire fight was not going serious whatsoever, and he's the only god that I still stand by. We never will see get serious, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. All right, Mason. I have one more main series question. Oh yeah, Mason, lay it on me, man. What do you got here? Again, anything you got, man. If you have a few more questions, just let me know, all right? And we'll talk about it. Because again, I love talking about this kind of stuff. It's awesome. Record Ragnarok's freaking great. I love that series so much. All right. So yeah, again, feel free to ask your question. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna be looking. I shared screen one time before. I can't remember how I did it, man. My bad. I really like to share screen again because I would like to go other people's reviews and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see if I ever get that figure that out. Mm-hmm. Oh, Gazelle Bubble. I want to watch read it soon. He Gazelle, why are you why are you watching this stream? You've only ever seen the first episode of Ragnarok, man. It kills me still. It still kills me. That's all you've seen. I'm just joking. All right. If from Mason, if the primordial gods are freed at some point, I'm sure that war will break out between the primordial gods and the regular gods. Do you think that Thor would aid with his dad Odin or against him? That's a good question. I actually thought about this too not too long ago. I would say if all this happened, I think okay, let's put it into perspective. I think the reason Thor would join the human side, or I guess the regular god side, is for the sheer fact that Odin is intending to ruin the tournament, and we did see that one chapter where Odin, Beelzebub, and Buddha were about to throw down, and Thor came in and interrupted it. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not having any of this. We're gonna respect the fallen warriors that came before and died in this tournament, and we're gonna respect them by finishing this tournament and not have any distractions." I could see Thor siding with the regular god side. So, but if it came after the tournament, okay, let's say the whole tournament finished, and then Odin initiated his plan. What would Thor do at that point? I would say, okay, I think if the humans win, I think Thor at that point would be like, okay, the humans won. Dad, I'm not gonna allow you to destroy the gods and the humans since the humans earned their being able to survive for another 1,000 years. So I will come up and fight you. But if the gods win the tournament and then Odin initiates his plan, I think Thor would probably just be impartial. Would probably just be like, well, I mean, it sucks for the humans, and if the other primordial gods are going to try to kill us gods, I mean, I might fight them. So I do see Thor fighting against his dad most of these scenarios, I should say. But that's me. I don't know. Maybe you guys think differently. Um, but yeah, that's what I think. I think for the most part, Thor might just out of sheer obligation of well, I don't. I think obligations. No, I think obligation is a correct word, right? Just as respect for the fallen warriors and the tournament itself. Versus and if he's being targeted by the other primordial gods, right? Which honestly, he might be. Well, no, because the four pillars of the original primordial gods, plus their allies, targeted ordinary gods that were not anything special. so they just were just killing them because they were just pointless at that point, right? So I think Odin wouldn't kill his son. You know what I mean? Thor, but that could be me though. But yeah, Mason or any of y'all. Oh, four people. Hey there. If you guys have any questions about Ragnarok, the mainline story, just let me know. We could talk about it, or we could jump right into Apocalypse and discuss Apocalypse and what's going on there. Yeah, feel free, guys. All right. Now, while that's happening, uh, I'm gonna be looking up some because I am still new to live streaming, as I said before. Let's see. Sorry for the dead air, guys. My apologies. Just trying to figure out something here. I'd like to share. I would like to at least share my screen and have like one of my videos playing in the background while we're discussing this. So there's not dead air or anything. But man, not gonna lie, this is why I'm not tech savvy whatsoever. All right. Okay. So shall we get right to Apocalypse then? Shall we, guys? Unless if any of you guys still want to ask any questions, feel free to ask them. While then I'll just backstep to talk about the main line as we're talking about Apocalypse. All right. So Apocalypse. Ah, I think okay. Gazelle, if you're still watching, spoilers ahead. Oh, on Sky Dragon. What if Nikola Tesla beat a Beelzebub? Oh, that would have been great. That would have been great. Okay, so the last fight. Okay, I think that might have been a very, very like aside from the humans gaining a point. But if Beelzebub is actually possessed by Satan, that we saw from the last chapter, the primordial god, um, that would mean that Tesla might have thrown a wrench in Odin's plan on resurrecting the primordial gods. So that could have been good. Like that would have been good. But I don't know. Like, do you need all four primordial gods' weapons to bring them back, or do they just need one of them to break the seal, and then they'll just be freed again? I'm not sure, but maybe if Tesla did kill Beelzebub, maybe then um uh one of the primordial gods, Satan, would have been just out of it, and weakened, and he could have been killed a lot easier compared to the first time around when the others went around killing on a killing spree, you know. Mason, I just don't want to get ahead of myself. No, I get you, man. I get you. No, it's all good, dude. All right. So I guess we're talking about Apocalypse. All right, Apocalypse. Prometheus is gonna lose, isn't he? Prometheus is gonna freaking lose, and he's gonna die. I think he's gonna die in the tournament. Unfortunately, oh man, I don't want it to happen at all, but I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Prometheus, he's setting up like he's gonna be this guy that's not gonna give up. He's gonna continue fighting, but Sun Wukong, however he's gonna win, wherever he's however he's gonna do it, he's gonna be able to defeat Prometheus and just beat him down, and probably gonna have to kill him in this fight. I think Prometheus is gonna be the first god we see get killed in the Apocalypse tournament, which is very unfortunate, man. I love Prometheus, but he's getting taken out. He's getting taken out. Mason, I hope he does it. He's too. Sorry. He's too cool to die. I know, right? But I honestly think he's gonna get taken out just for the sheer fact we don't see him in the mainline story. Because if he was alive still in the I think we definitely would have saw him in the mainline story. I think we easily would have saw Buddha or Kentoki talking to him, or even Bernhilde at some point, trying to figure out if they could help them get to not her, sorry, Buddha or Kentucky to try to get Siegfried out, to try to free him. I think we would have saw him now. I think I think Leon's putting all his chips. Leon, he looks like Leon from almost like Final Fantasy, from Resident Evil. I think Prometheus just put all his chips on into this tournament to win it, so he could get his wish. So that way the humans could just be free from the gods forever. I think that's what it's gonna be. So yeah, I do think Prometheus is gonna die. He's gonna die, and it's very very unfortunate, man. I don't want it, but yeah, I think it's gonna happen. Man, yeah. And Sun Wukong, how I think he's gonna win is I legit, if he has some of his abilities he has from the actual mythology, I think he's probably gonna shrink himself enough to get freed from the chain and then grow back to his normal size and then use his power pole, and just start wailing on Prometheus. I think that's what's gonna happen. Man, because it's okay. Ragnarok does have a system where they set up for a character to look like they're gonna win or lose, and with Prometheus, it's setting it up look like he's gonna win, but we all know he's probably not. But they did subvert us on some points with the actual mainline story, so who knows, right? He might actually beat Sun Wukong, and he might have to fight the next person. But who knows, right? From Mason, there's something about the tournament that is a little confusing. Oh yeah. What do you have? What is it, Mason? If let me know, and I could probably clear it up for you. Because yeah, this tournament with Apocalypse is a bit. I'm not gonna say it's not different. It's like there's more flexibility in this one for sure, which I don't like at all. I don't like the flexibility that Prometheus was allowed to get a shot in before the announcing of the actual fight to start. And yes, the writers did cover themselves with Prometheus saying, or sorry, Sun Wukong saying, yeah, I was gonna let you have the first move anyway, so it's all good. I didn't like that, but it is what it is, and I wasn't a fan of that. But that's just me. I don't know how y'all feel about that. All right, so yeah, Sun Wukong. Uh, I don't know, guys. Oh yeah, 4 watchers. Hey there, y'all. Welcome. Just talking about some Ragnarok and Jujutsu a little bit later on. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions you guys might have in the chat, and I'll be sure to get to them because I love talking about this kind of stuff. All right. So yeah, with Apocalypse, I don't remember who's gonna fight next, but I honestly do see Prometheus not making it. I guess there's obviously a chance he's gonna win because he could beat Sun Wukong in this round and then go fight then his next opponent in the next round, whoever that might be. And I can't believe I forgot who it was. Who's fighting next? The next 2 fighters. Dang it! I can't remember who the next 2 fighters are. But yeah, after that, the Prometheus will no Prometheus would have to fight. If okay, whoever wins this round, Prometheus will have to fight. If Prometheus wins or Sun Wukong wins this round, they would have to fight a coup because they'd have to make their way around the entire roster, then start over with the victors of that round. So, man, that's crazy. I didn't think of that, but yeah, if Prometheus beats Sun Wukong here, he's gonna have to fight Ku, and that's gonna be wild. I'd still be cheering for Prometheus because Prometheus is freaking awesome, but that's just me though. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, excuse me, that'd be crazy. But I didn't even think of that. Yeah, but yeah, freak man. I don't want Prometheus to die. I like Sun Kong. He seems pretty cool. He seems chill, and it does seem like this is the version of him that's after Journey to the West, where he's much more chill and he's not as like like as wild as we hear him from the actual story. And I'm only really judging this based on what Zeus said, where he said to Sun Wukong that you seem to have mellowed out a bit more. That's where I'm basing it a bit more on, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but I honestly would prefer this was a much more mature Sun Wukong and not like this carefree kind of dude. Like a more mature. He went through his journey on the West. He's matured and he's like, okay, now I get what's going on with this crazy, crazy world, and I'm just gonna participate in it. Oh, Mason, let's see. Excuse me. How is Indra considered an outer god? He lost to Rudra. That is true. He lost to Shiva, the chief god of the Hindu pantheon. Why isn't Shiva an outer god? How could Indra win an outer god tournament? Okay, that's a very, very good question. You're right. Indra shouldn't really be considered an outer god. The only way I could see it is if after and this is the way I could only the only way I could see it actually making sense is if after because remember the whole the Indian god pantheon there was no they didn't have a supreme ruler because there was just no one that was able really able to reach the top, which honestly Indra probably should have been the top right at that point, but he wasn't for whatever reason. um I could see as I guess the Indian gods being counted as the outer gods, as they didn't really have a system on being on being united. They were just kind of off doing their own thing on the mountain, and they weren't really united until Shiva came along. But when Shiva came along, then they should have been because they should have been counted right, like all united. But Rudra is still counted as an outer god. Yeah, that's a tough one. Like, why is Rudra considered an outer god? If I had a guess, again, this is a guess. Maybe, maybe like Prometheus. Um, he kind of left his pantheon to try to become strong enough to go and challenge Shiva again. Maybe that could be it. Again, that's the best I could think of. I'm like, I'm I'm sure we'll get some backstory on it, right? But speculating on it now, because you're right, because we see Rudra. Rudra's alive, and we see him being pals with and cheering Shiva on when she was fighting and after she was fight with Raiden. So yeah, I'm assuming probably after like this is all speculation after his fight with whoever Rudra fights and he probably loses, then he goes and Shiva's there to welcome him back, and then Rudra gets re simulate not simulated. I can't find the correct word, but back into the Indian pantheon. That's what I'm assuming is gonna be, but I could be wrong. But that's my best guess, man. With Rudra. Sorry, is it Rudra or Indra? I'm so sorry. Yeah, Rudra. Okay, yeah. No, I meant Indra. I'm so sorry. The last like 5 minutes I was talking about reverse Indra with Rudra. Indra, it was the one I meant to say that that's the outer god. Rudra, would you count Rudra as an outer god? Indra, yes, because he is for whatever reason. But I think Indra is probably did something similar to Rudra, where I should have said that actually, where he's because again Rudra left because Shiva was stronger than him, but Shiva was willing to take down was not willing to kill Rudra, even though that would have been further that's what they should have been to the fight to the end, right? But Shiva kind of did not beseech or like mock Rudra's honor, but he kind of did unintentionally because he didn't want to kill his best friend. He didn't want to do that. But Shiva didn't want to go that extra mile to kill his best friend. So Rudra obviously left. We all know that. And then I'm assuming Rudra, as he left, Indra probably did something similar and left too to go try to become stronger than Shiva to challenge Shiva again. That could be it, but we'll see, right? When we get Rudra's backstory in Apocalypse, which is I'm looking forward to. All right, Mason. To answer your question, to the next fight is Indra versus Zenqui. Oh, that's right, Zenqui. Yeah, the one that was talking with Morgan. Okay, thank you, Mason. I appreciate that. Thank you for your. Thank you, man. I could not remember. All right. They will be fighting wrath between Sun Wukong and Prometheus. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, okay. Indra versus Zenquin. Zenquin's he's based off a god bird. I think a peacock. Was it a peacock? I don't think it was a phoenix. I think it was a peacock. It might have been a phoenix. Now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, thank you, Mason. I appreciate that. So okay, so we'll be getting answers for Indra soon. Then sooner than I thought for sure. I thought we are gonna have to wait like 2 or 3 rounds, but okay, that's good to know. Oh boy, man. All right, again, thank you, Mason. I appreciate your help for that. Okay. All right. So with Apocalypse, do we have any more questions for Apocalypse? I'd be curious to hear what you all have to say. All right. All right. Who do you guys think's winning? I'm still thinking Sun Wukong. I want Prometheus, but let me know, guys. All right. I should get that kind of hat, that green hat that they have at the like when they do biddings and stuff like that. Thank you, man. Yeah. When I do that, when I'm announcing like who do you think's gonna win, place your bets and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, if any of y'all want to continue talking about Apocalypse and you have any more questions, let me know. I'll get to them. But yeah, if we're good right now, are we jumping to Jujutsu Kaisen? Oh, Mason, who do you think will win between Indra and Jakui? I Okay, we all know Indra isn't gonna die, but you don't have to die to lose in this tournament. I wanna say Indra, just for the sheer fact because I do believe Indra is training to become strong enough to take on Shiva again. Not because he's want to get to revenge on Shiva, not because he wants to be like the next ruler. I think to actually to be able to take on Shiva this time around and actually probably beat him. Not out of sheer like the glory. It's just he wants to beat Shiva just because he's a fighter. Shiva's a fighter. They both have fun fighting. Let's do it. So I think that's why. So I think Rudra is gonna beat Genquity. Sorry, not Rudra, Indra. I'm so sorry. Indra is gonna beat Genquity. But again, who knows? Shengri might have a very very unique ability, which honestly he might just like Raw did. And forgive me if I'm saying Shankri's name wrong. I'm just assuming. My apologies. Mason, by the way, Genkri is a Chinese god known as the Vermilion Bird. Thank you, thank you. I don't know why I was thinking Japanese, but my bad. Thank you again. So Vermilion Bird. I don't know what that is. My bad. I don't know what a Vermilion Bird is. I should know. I looked it up when I was looking up all these gods. I know he's like an actual I don't think he's an actual god. I think or an actual bird. I think it's like a mythology bird in the Chinese pantheon. But that's all I remember. I can't remember more of them. My apologies, guys. My apologies. Again, thank you, Mason. I appreciate your help, man. I really do. All right. So okay. So if you have any more questions, I'll give you guys a minute to. If you have any more questions, ask them. If not, we'll be jumping straight into JJK. JJK was pretty dang wild, am I right, guys? All right, let's see. Oh, thank you, Mason. Again, appreciate your help, man. All right, let's see here. All right. Give me a few minutes, guys. Give me a few more moments while I do some here real quick. Ba, 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 ba. What am I doing here, guys? Sometimes I'm just happy to be having fun. Oh, Mason again. Who do you think will win in round 4? 1 sec. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Read that. 1 second. Who do you think we're doing in round 4? 1 second. In Apocalypse. Oh, freak. Let me pull up the. Okay, I'll read. I'm assuming Mason, you're talking about Apocalypse. So let me pull up a list right here. Okay, I don't remember who's fighting, but I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna see who's fighting, and I'm just gonna name whoever I think real quick. All right, give me 1 second as I look it up here, because I am very curious. Okay, round 4. if I remember correctly, if Morgan fighting that, but let's see. Roster. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Let me see. This is the right one and not a fan one. Oh, that's a fan one. So much fan ones. Honestly, I can't complain because I have my own fan one. Of Rickard Ragnarok. Let's see here. Sorry guys. Give me a few more moments here. Let's see. No, that's not right. Sorry. I need to find the correct one. Chapter 1. Okay, give me a second. Sorry guys, sorry about this. Just looking up the roster. Okay. Going straight to I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for the dead air. I'm just trying to look up the roster for Apocalypse real quick. Okay. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, finally loading. All right, finally loading the chapter. Okay. Oh boy, my internet's so slow. Okay, come on, hit me, guys. Hit me. Let me see. As my internet's being slow, of course. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm very sorry about this. Why don't I have this roster saved on my phone? At least. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It's loading. It's loading. We're getting to the part where Zeus is announcing. We're getting to the part where Zeus is announcing it. Okay, just a little bit longer. Again, I'm so sorry about this, guys. I love and hate the internet at the same time. Oh, tell me about Mason. Holy cow, man. It's, oh, man. When you need it to work the most and the fastest, that's when it stops, right? But when you don't really need it all that much, it's like, doesn't really give you all that much trouble. But I'll be much prepared next time for sure, guys. My apologies. Let's see. Let's see here. All right, we're getting to the part where Raw just standing there and Aries just instantly got beat. Oh my, that was funny. That was actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're okay. It's finally loading. Okay, got Raw versus Ku. Okay, slowly going down. Um, Sun Wukong versus Prometheus. Right there. Yep. All right, while that's doing, I'm gonna look away for a few seconds so that we can load and I can just instantly look at the roster and see who I think's gonna win. All right, because I don't remember who's fighting in the third roster. Okay, 3, 2, 1. You said fourth round, not third round. My apologies, Mason. My apologies. All right, give another few more seconds. My apologies. Okay, third, I do think Indra's probably gonna win it, but I hope he wins it. Nezada versus Morgan. Morgan. I think Morgan's gonna win it. Reason is because I do think she's gonna she is gonna get her rematch with Ku. I think we're probably gonna see that, which would be cool. But yeah, I think Morgan's gonna beat Nezhar. Um, I'm saving this. I'm saving this image. No, won't even let me save. Okay, I'll screenshot it. All right, perfect though. All right. You know what? Let's go through the list, right? Let's go through it, okay? I'm curious. All right. So for the fifth round, guys, Haru Maza versus Muramasa. Mason, I personally want Nazar to win, but that's just me. It'd be cool if he won. I like his design. He reminds me a lot of. If I'm thinking of the correct guy, he looks a lot like Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh. I really like his design, so I'd prefer it. But I think for narrative purposes, they're probably gonna have Morgan win. But again, I'd like him to win though for sure. And then for Arua Mazara, again, I am so sorry I cannot pronounce these names correctly. Versus Muramasa, I'm gonna, if I remember correctly, Arua Mazara is the chief pantheon of Persian, right? If I'm remembering that correctly. So I'm gonna say it has to be a hurrah, right? Like you would think it had to be hurrah, but like Ku is Ku the top of his pantheon? He might be, right? That's rough. Between Harua versus Muramasa, I know really next to nothing about Harua, but I know a tiny, tiny bit about Muramasa. So if I have to guess, probably Muramasa. But yeah, just because I have no clue what Arura could actually Arura could actually do. Again, my apologies. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. Just you know. And then after that, King Emma versus Death. I want to say Death. I want to say Death. I think Death will probably take it. I don't think we saw his design yet. We saw Emma's design, which I'm actually okay with. Though when I first saw the name Emma was participating in, I immediately thought of Enma from Dragon Ball Z. That's immediately who I always think. Like my mind always goes to that character whenever I hear the name Emna. But yeah, I'm thinking Emna. He's gonna do good, but I think Death is gonna probably take it. Excuse me, my apologies. And then Balia versus Leviathan. Who's Balia? Who is that again? I don't think we saw that character yet. But Leviathan, I'd be rooting for Leviathan if I'm telling you the truth. Leviathan, I'd want Leviathan to beat that god. And then Surtur versus Hydra. Like, how are you gonna do Hydra? Like, how in the world are they gonna do Hydra? I'd be curious to see how they do that. Like, Hydra, really? Like, I could have been the only one, right? I was like, really? They're doing Hydra? oh, 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 Mason. Um, I want Nazar to win against Morgan because to me, he gives off a stern, strong, silent, and tough guy vibe, and I like his character design. No homo. No, I get you. I get you. Yeah, the much more stronger, silent type characters. I could get behind that because like characters like Morgan, like they're fun, but I personally don't like those kind of like the characters like that. Like kind of like that. They're like like yeah, I'm so strong. Let me just take on everyone. Not take on everyone, but like just that big brawler kind of character. Like I don't really like those kind of characters all too much. I think in Ragnarok, I think Shiva is probably like done like the best like out of that stereotype where he's like he just wants to fight. Like he's this brawler, this big brawler guy that just wants to fight. I think he's probably done the best. Him and Raiden and Morgan. She gives off a characteristically of just being far too cocky for my liking. To be fair, Shiva kind of did too, but then we learn more about Shiva, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. But Morgan, I just don't like that kind of character type where like they're just being too cocky. Don't get me wrong, I think she's strong. I do think she's strong, but I'm just not that fan of that kind of character type. That's just me personally, though. As I said, I do kind of think she's gonna win, unfortunately, and she's definitely gonna be that fighter that just won't quit. Like you'd have to put her down for her to like stop. Am I right? That's just me though. But yeah, Morgan, I think she's gonna win. Even though, just like you, I'd prefer if again, forgive me for mispronunciation, Nazar, um, loses. I would prefer Naruto to win that fight, but I think Morgan's got this. Then Surtur between Hydra. I think I want Hydra, but I think Surtur is gonna take it. I think Surtur is gonna beat Hydra. But yeah, man, I am looking forward to these characters designs: Hydra, Leviathan, Surtur, Death, Muramasa. I really want to see these characters designed so bad because I would like if I was doing this, man, you would have like I would have freaking have done like Leviathan like being this massive creature, you know, like that's how I would have done it. I would have had Sun Wukong being a monkey boy, you know, um, that's how I would have done it. But these artists, the writers have it differently, and I'm not gonna lie, like it's not a disappointment. Like these writers' character designs are all pretty dang good. Even though I again, like I said in the past, I prefer if they had Raw actually have the bird head, but his current design, it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's good. Same with Sun Wukong. I want a monkey boy, but we got some kind of punk looking guy. It's fine, you know. So designs interesting. Never disappointment. And I know a lot of us want to see Rasputin. I'm just wondering, like, is he gonna have the full beard? Is he gonna have the full beard? Because Nikola Tesla didn't have his mustache. Remember that, guys. He did not have his mustache, so we might get Rasputin shaved, cleanly shaved. All right. So yeah, I'll give you guys a few more minutes. If you guys want to ask me any more regular Ragnarok questions or Apocalypse questions, let me know here before we jump right into Jujutsu. And it's already almost gonna be an hour, 5 more minutes till an hour. I was doing this. Holy cow, this time flew by fast. Let's see here. All right. Let the stream catch up a bit, and then we'll be. If no more questions, we'll talk about JJK. All right, get a few more moments here. Set, guys. I need to start. I need to stream earlier. Maybe I don't know. This is quite chill. Actually, now to think about, pretty chill. Maybe I stream earlier because it could be a longer stream. Maybe. Sorry, I'm talking to myself, guys. My bad. All right. So I guess we're talking about JJK. All right. Okay. So again, spoilers for the latest JJK chapter. All right. So if you have not read JJK, the last chapter, don't even watch this part of the stream. All right. Oh, Mason, do you have any idea as to why they are delaying Rasputin's design? Simo doesn't count. Honestly, Rasputin, I think it's just the writers trolling a bit. I think it's just them trolling. Just for the sheer fact because we saw Simu. Okay, they gave us Simu a long time ago. Zelbobo laughing. The Zelbobo, I know you are not caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen, all right? So I recommend not watching this later part, all right? Okay, but regarding Rasputin's design, I think it's just the writers trolling. The reason I think that is because when we saw the remaining fighters, when Berhilde was looking at it, we got Kentoki, Nostradamus, Simu, and we saw Rasputin's design right underneath Simu. So I'm assuming it's the writers being like, look, see, he's there, but we're not going to let you see him yet. I bet you it's that. And I'm pretty sure they have his design done. Like, they have to have his design done, right? If not, they have the general idea how he looks. But as to how, his delay, I think it's just the writers just being like, yeah, you guys could wait. You guys could wait for a little bit longer on his design. Even though we've shown you like literally we got everyone else's design already. Like Rasputin, like we got all the god designs, right? Yeah, all we need is Rasputin, and they just keep pushing him back. So I think it's just the creators and the writers are like, yeah, we're just pushing him back. There's no need, we don't need to show him yet. I think it's just to get us fans and just really wanting to see Rasputin because we all want to see him. Yeah, but I think it's just the writers just messing with us. They're messing with us. No harm, no foul, right? I mean, it doesn't hurt that we're not seeing him, but it'd be cool. But when we see him, it'll finally be a treat. We'll definitely see him on all the thumbnails of the regular Ragnarok YouTubers out there for sure, mine included, because Rasputin, right? All right. I know you're laughing. Yeah, if you're still here, I'm recommending Yeah, you probably shouldn't watch this ending part, alright? Because we're talking about JJK. Actually, what time is it? Okay. Okay, I got 58. Okay, I got 2 minutes to talk about JJK. Unless you guys want to continue talking about Ragnarok, I mean, let me know, guys. But yeah, I guess okay. I'll try to be as spoiler free with JJK as much as I can. Um, okay, it was an interesting. Okay, as I said in my video, we really didn't need these chapters. It was nice to see some stuff happen in there that kind of confirmed on what was definitely going to go on. Mason, definitely about the Rasputin, yeah. But yeah, the whole thing with Rasputin, man. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm on. I don't think he has the beard. I'm putting my money down on. I don't think Rasputin has the beard. I don't think so. He might have the long hair, but I don't think he'll have the beard. I think they're gonna go with clean shaven, just because they did that with Nikola Tesla. Well, that's just me though. They did that with Thor too. Thor didn't have the beard. No beard for Rasputin. I don't think he has it, but we'll see, right? All right, and for Jujutsu Kaisen, these chapters weren't necessary, but good to see what actually happened with relationship what happens between two characters. That's going to happen, and then one that was actually that confirmed that actually did happen, and then we saw what happened many years with their descendants, which is actually pretty cool. And then the weird one was with the confirmation, not even confirmation, like I was like, oh, Nobra's mom's a whore. Like, okay, like, all right. I mean, we see why Nobra doesn't like her mom. Like, cause remember when we got the last chapter, um, with the reading of the letter, and it was like Nobra didn't didn't care about her mom at all, and we're like, okay then. And it's like here it's like, oh no, yeah, cause her mom's a whore. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess we needed that, I guess. And then the last part with again with the whole Sukuna thing, interesting with Urame. I am positive I'm mispronouncing her name. My apologies. The thing with her was really interesting. Just for the sheer fact that again, we didn't really need to see how they met, but the fact that we did, and it's like, oh, that's how they did. Okay, and there's a chance Urame is a cannibal. Yeah, they didn't show her eating humans, but I mean, come on, guys, come on. So yeah, that was neat, and then showing how their relationship is, and plus the whole reincarnation cycle with them. And so it's implying that yeah, they're probably gonna be together again somehow someday. But yeah, it was very cool to see that stuff and everything. Again, not needed, but very appreciated from Gega's part. Again, my favorite is the Yuko one. I hope I'm saying her name right. The Yuko one. With her with Yuji appearing in it. I think that was really nice. And yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I better get going now. All right. Unfortunately, but you know what? I should stream earlier. But yeah, hopefully I could do live streams more often because again, these are so fun. I love doing these. But yeah, anyway, yeah. Thank y'all for participating. For y'all that participate in the chat, I greatly appreciate. Or you just watching, lurking, and watching, I appreciate it so much, guys. And yeah, it was a very fun stream, guys. Take care. Again, thank you, Glazelle, Balboa, and Mason Talbert. I appreciate you guys coming in and showing up. And again, those that are lurking, thank you so much for coming in and just checking out the video. Hopefully, I was able to keep you all entertained. But yeah, that'll conclude this live stream. And yeah, hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Anyway, y'all take care and have a good one. Later, guys. It was fun indeed, Mason. Later, guys.